Within the tapestry of ancient wisdom, particularly from Buddhist philosophy, numbers are perceived not merely as tools for calculation, but as resonant frequencies, subtle, energetic signatures that intertwine with the very fabric of our existence. It's a captivating thought that the final digit of your birth year, a seemingly small detail, might carry profound spiritual messages, offering a unique lens through which to understand your life's trajectory, your innate tendencies, and the spiritual lessons you are here to embrace. While many seek guidance from astrology or other esoteric systems, this specific numerical insight, often overlooked, is believed to hold a distinct spiritual imprint. This imprint can illuminate your karmic lessons, reveal your soul's inherent strengths, and highlight the very obstacles your spirit has chosen to transform. This exploration is not about superstition, rather it's an invitation to a journey of self-discovery, a way to decode a quiet force that may be subtly shaping your experiences. If you've ever sensed that life operates with an underlying order, that even the circumstances of your birth carry significance, then understanding this numerical vibration could be a missing piece in your personal puzzle, opening a doorway to a richer, more conscious way of living. Let us venture into this fascinating realm, where simple digits unfold into profound narratives of our inner worlds and our destined paths. The digit 0, when it appears as the final number in your birth year, speaks volumes about emptiness and transformation. In Buddhist thought, 0 isn't a void of nothingness, it is sunyata, the sacred emptiness from which all forms emerge, the womb of infinite potential. If your birth year culminates in 0, your soul resonates deeply with the energies of boundless possibility, constant rebirth, and profound spiritual metamorphosis. You are intrinsically linked to the grand cycles of endings and beginnings, a rhythm that can sometimes manifest as periods of upheaval or chaos in your life. However, this chaos is not a punishment, it's a potent reminder from the universe to surrender your attachments, to let go of what no longer serves you. Your life path may involve dismantling illusions, both personal and collective, and re-emerging from these experiences renewed and with greater clarity. The greatest challenge for those with this digit is often a tendency to get ensnared in repetitive, unhelpful patterns, or to harbor a deep-seated fear of instability. Buddhist wisdom gently guides us to understand that this void is not an absence to be feared, but the fertile ground for awakening. Learning to trust the unknown becomes a pivotal lesson. Each perceived loss carves out space for your authentic self to emerge, more radiant and resilient than before. Think of a forest after a fire. The initial devastation gives way to new, vibrant growth. Similarly, your life is designed for such powerful renewals. You might find yourself naturally drawn to meditative practices that emphasize stillness and the observation of thoughts arising and passing, mirroring the nature of sunyata itself. This connection allows for a unique ability to see beyond the surface, to perceive the impermanent nature of things, which can be a source of great wisdom and peace. The energy of 0 encourages you to become a conduit for transformation, not just for yourself, but also for those around you, by embodying the courage to embrace change and the wisdom to see potential in every ending. When the number 1 marks the end of your birth year, it signifies a powerful current of individuality, leadership, and pioneering spirit. This digit pulses with the energy of willpower, a clear sense of direction, and the capacity for visionary thought. If your year concludes with 1, you are likely a natural initiator, someone destined to forge new paths, guide others, and break fresh ground. There's an inherent drive within you to lead, not necessarily in a conventional hierarchical sense, but by inspiring action and setting new precedents. You might find that you often walk a path that feels solitary, yet this is not by accident, it is often by dharmic design, allowing your unique vision to crystallize without undue influence. However, the Buddhist understanding of true leadership diverges from mere dominance or control. Instead, it is deeply rooted in the principles of service, mindfulness, and profound humility. Your innate strength lies in your clarity of purpose and your unwavering drive, but your most significant spiritual growth will stem from cultivating temperance and compassion. A crucial lesson is to be mindful of becoming overly rigid in your need to be first, to be right, or to maintain absolute control over situations and people. True leadership, in this spiritual context, becomes an offering, a way to uplift and empower others, rather than a claim to authority. As Buddhist teachings suggest, the wise lead by authentic example, through integrity and compassionate action, not by force or imposition. Your journey involves channeling your powerful independent streak into endeavors that benefit the collective, learning that the most effective guidance often comes from a place of deep inner balance and a genuine desire to contribute to the well-being of all. This path encourages you to be a beacon, illuminating the way forward with both conviction and a gentle understanding of others' perspectives. If your birth year culminates in the digit 2, you carry the resonant frequency of duality, harmony, relationship, and profound compassion. You are likely someone naturally attuned to restoring balance, healing emotional rifts, and skillfully bringing together seemingly opposing forces or viewpoints. Your innate inclination is towards fostering peace and understanding in your environment. You might find yourself often acting as a mediator, a confidant, or a harmonizer within your family, social circles, or workplace. Yet, within this beautiful capacity lies your greatest spiritual test, the challenge of not losing yourself in the needs, desires, and emotional currents of others. Buddhist teachings offer a crucial reminder here. Genuine compassion must begin within. It is essential for you to learn how to hold space for your own feelings, to honor your own desires, and to establish and maintain healthy boundaries. True harmony, from this perspective, is not merely the absence of conflict, but rather the courageous presence of truth, expressed with gentleness and understanding. Your soul's purpose involves building bridges between people, ideas, and even different aspects of yourself. However, the very first and most vital bridge you must construct is the one that connects you deeply and lovingly to your own inner self. This involves cultivating self-awareness, practicing self-care as a sacred duty, and learning to voice your own needs without guilt. Your journey is about mastering the delicate dance between empathy for others and loyalty to your own well-being, understanding that one cannot truly pour from an empty cup. The energy of two encourages you to be a gentle force for unity, starting with the integration and acceptance of all parts of your own being. The number 3 vibrates with an exuberant energy of creativity, joyful expression, and articulate communication. If your birth year concludes with a 3, you are likely blessed with a bright, effervescent spirit, capable of inspiring and uplifting others through your words, your artistic talents, your innovative ideas, or your captivating storytelling. Your energy is often magnetic, drawing people towards you, but it can also be somewhat scattered, if not consciously managed. You might have a multitude of interests and passions, flitting from one exciting project to another. The Buddhist path, for those carrying the energy of 3, is to ground this dynamic creative fire in the practice of mindfulness. Without a degree of discipline and focused attention, you risk experiencing creative burnout, leaving a trail of unfinished dreams or brilliant ideas that never quite reach fruition. The practice of single-pointed focus, such as in meditation on the breath or a visual mantra, can be immensely beneficial. It helps to channel your abundant creative flow into a more sustainable and impactful stream. Consider letting your art, in whatever form it takes, become a form of meditation itself, a sacred expression of the eternal now, a way to connect with deeper truths and share them authentically. When you succeed in aligning your innate creativity with a state of mindful presence, you transform from being merely a performer or an originator of ideas into a spiritual channel, allowing a higher wisdom or inspiration to flow through you. Your challenge is to harness your innate exuberance with intention, bringing your unique gifts into the world with both passion and a sense of centered purpose, making your life a vibrant masterpiece of conscious creation. When 4 is the final digit of your birth year, it resonates with the principles of structure, order, stability, and the creation of solid foundations. You are likely a person who is eminently practical, deeply committed to your responsibilities, and highly dependable in all your endeavors. You value reliability and thoroughness, and others often turn to you when they need something done correctly and efficiently. In Buddhist philosophy, this number finds a parallel in the Four Noble Truths, which provide a clear, structured path towards spiritual grounding and liberation from suffering. These truths themselves are a testament to the power of a well-defined framework for understanding and navigating life's complexities. Yet, the karmic lesson for those with the energy of 4 may lie in a tendency to become overly bound by rigid patterns, to develop a fear of change or uncertainty. You might find yourself clinging to routines, schedules, and established ways of doing things, even when those structures begin to limit your growth or stifle your potential. The profound spiritual teaching here is the understanding of impermanence. Nothing is permanent, not even the most solid-seeming structure. True, lasting peace arises not from exerting external control or adhering to strict formulas, but from cultivating inner alignment and a flexible mindset. Your journey involves learning to let go of the relentless need for perfection, to embrace the inherent flow of the universe, which is shaped by organic movement and adaptation, not by unyielding formulas. This means finding security within yourself, rather than solely in external circumstances or perfectly executed plans, allowing for spontaneity and trusting that you can navigate unforeseen changes with resilience and grace. The number 5 dances with the vibrant, effervescent energy of freedom, exploration, and the boundless, adventurous spirit. If your birth year concludes with a 5, you are likely inherently curious, full of life, and possess a strong resistance to any form of confinement, be it physical, mental, or emotional. Your soul yearns for a wide array of experiences. It wants to touch, taste, and engage with all facets of life, often learning its most valuable lessons through trial, error, and constant change. You thrive on novelty and movement, always eager to see what's around the next corner. However, without sufficient grounding, this dynamic energy can easily morph into restlessness, a scattered pursuit of endless stimulation, or even a tendency towards escapism when faced with discomfort or responsibility. In Buddhist philosophy, true freedom is not discovered by perpetually fleeing uncomfortable situations or seeking external thrills. Instead, it is found internally, through the diligent practice of releasing attachment to outcomes, to specific experiences, or even to the idea of constant movement itself. The path for those with the energy of 5 involves anchoring your adventures to a higher purpose, a guiding intention that gives meaning to your explorations. Practicing presence, even while in motion, becomes crucial. This means fully engaging with each experience as it unfolds, rather than constantly looking ahead to the next one. When your innate love for freedom is harnessed to serve a cause greater than your personal gratification, you transcend mere wandering. You begin to walk the path of the awakened traveler, one who explores the world, both inner and outer, with conscious awareness, learning and growing with every step, and sharing the wisdom gained from a life lived fully and fearless. The number 6, as the final digit of a birth year, is deeply rooted in the energies of healing, dedicated service, and unconditional love. If this is your number, you are likely to be profoundly empathetic, naturally nurturing, and possess a strong intrinsic drive to care for others, often putting their needs before your own. You may find yourself drawn to professions or roles that involve supporting, guiding, or mending, whether it's people, animals, or even situations. Herein, however, lies your significant challenge. In your boundless desire to give and heal, you may inadvertently forget to care for yourself. Buddhist compassion, it's important to remember, is not synonymous with martyrdom or self-abnegation. It is a balanced expression of wisdom and love. When you consistently neglect your own needs, emotional, physical, or spiritual, your capacity to give becomes strained, depleted, and ultimately less effective. The practice of self-compassion becomes not a selfish act, but a sacred and necessary one. Imagine your own being as a vessel. It must be filled first, before it can generously overflow to others, without becoming empty. Your spiritual journey involves learning to fill your own vessel with love, rest, and rejuvenation, understanding that from this place of inner fullness, your love and care will flow endlessly and genuinely. You are indeed a healer, a nurturer, but remember the poignant image. Even the Buddha, after his intense efforts, sat to rest and integrate his enlightenment beneath the Bodhi tree. Your spiritual gift is not just to serve, but to love wisely, which includes embracing yourself with the same kindness and attention you so readily offer to the world. This balance ensures your light continues to shine brightly, sustaining both yourself and those you touch. The number 7 vibrates with the refined frequency of the seeker, the mystic, the quiet contemplative thinker. If your birth year concludes with a 7, your life's journey is characteristically an inward one. You are naturally drawn to unraveling life's deeper meanings, often finding yourself exploring avenues such as meditation, the symbolism of dreams, intricate philosophical concepts, and the vast landscapes of consciousness. You possess an innate curiosity about the unseen realms and the subtle forces that shape existence. Solitude might be a comfort, a space where you can connect with your inner world and process your profound insights. However, this very introspection, if taken to an extreme, can lead to a sense of isolation or detachment from the everyday world. Your spiritual challenge, therefore, is to remain consciously connected with the world around you, to find ways to embody your rich inner insights in your daily life and interactions. Buddhist wisdom consistently urges integration, not just a retreat into detachment. The goal is to bridge your profound inner vision with compassionate, tangible action in the world. Consider yourself a lamp. Your purpose is not to hide your light under a bushel, but to shine gently and steadily in the world, illuminating the path for others through your quiet wisdom and unique perspective. You are here, in part, to remind others that profound truths can often be found in stillness, and that silence itself can speak volumes, offering a depth of understanding that transcends mere words. Your path is one of bringing the sacred into the mundane, showing how spiritual depth can enrich and inform a fully engaged life. The number 8, as the final digit of a birth year, symbolizes the potent energies of material mastery, focused ambition, and the intricate workings of karmic balance. If your year ends in 8, you are likely a natural builder, someone capable of achieving significant success and making a tangible impact in the outer world. You may possess strong organizational skills, a strategic mind, and the drive to manifest your visions into reality, whether in business, creative projects, or community leadership. However, Buddhist philosophy gently reminds us that true, holistic abundance encompasses far more than just material wealth. It fundamentally includes spiritual richness, inner peace, and ethical conduct. Your inherent power lies in your ability to manifest, to bring ideas into form, but the associated challenge is often an attachment to specific outcomes, a potential for ego gratification to overshadow purpose, or an imbalance in the pursuit of success. You must learn to pursue your goals, not primarily for egoic validation, but for Dharma-aligned action, that is, action rooted in right intention, ethical principles, and a contribution to the greater good. When ambition is purified by mindfulness, when your efforts are infused with conscious awareness and a detachment from personal gain alone, your work itself becomes a sacred practice, a form of service. Balance is your paramount spiritual key, finding equilibrium between giving and receiving, between sustained effort and graceful surrender, between acquiring and letting go. Your journey involves harnessing your considerable power for manifestation in a way that aligns with your deepest values and spiritual integrity, creating a life that is both outwardly successful and inwardly fulfilling. The number 9 resonates as the culmination of a cycle, signifying deep wisdom, profound humanitarian love, and a sense of universal responsibility. If your birth year concludes with a 9, you are likely an old soul, carrying an innate sense of purpose and a strong, often compelling responsibility to help others and alleviate suffering in the world. You may feel the pain and struggles of the world almost as if they were your own, possessing a deep well of empathy and a desire to make a significant, positive difference. Your karmic lesson, however, often revolves around avoiding the pitfall of self-sacrifice to the point of complete exhaustion or burnout. While your compassionate nature is a profound gift, Buddhist philosophy teaches that enlightenment and effective service are not about shouldering the burdens of the world single-handedly, but rather about awakening the world and yourself to inherent wisdom and compassion. The key is to serve others from a place of strength and wholeness, not depletion. This involves cultivating healthy detachment, understanding that you can care deeply and act compassionately without becoming enmeshed in the suffering you seek to alleviate. When you learn to live in alignment with both profound compassion and healthy boundaries, protecting your own energy and well-being, your innate wisdom becomes truly transformative, not just for those you help, but crucially, for your own spiritual liberation and growth. Your path is one of embodying enlightened compassion, where your service uplifts both the giver and the receiver, contributing to a ripple effect of healing and awareness in the world. Having explored the unique vibrational essence tied to the final digit of your birth year, you might now be contemplating how to integrate this wisdom into your life. In the Buddhist perspective, these numerical insights are not intended to dictate or control us. Rather, they serve as spiritual mirrors. They reflect the inherent energies we carry, the karmic tendencies we are here to understand and balance, and the inner qualities our soul is called to awaken and cultivate. Your specific digit is not a rigid, unchangeable destiny. Instead, view it as a vibrational ally, a subtle guide, offering profound insights into how you typically respond to life's myriad situations, how you express and receive love, the nature of your common struggles, and the pathways available for your personal and spiritual growth. Perhaps in reading about your digit, you've recognized reflections of your greatest strengths and simultaneously your most persistent challenges. This is not coincidental. Each number inherently contains both its light and shadow aspects, presenting an ongoing invitation to cultivate deeper self-awareness. The more you can observe your patterns, thoughts, and reactions with a compassionate, non-judgmental gaze, the more effectively you can transform ingrained karmic tendencies into liberating wisdom. Therefore, do not fear or resist the implications of your number. Embrace it, meditate on its qualities, allow it to gently guide you towards your true path, not as a restrictive label, but as a sacred signpost, illuminating the way towards a life lived with enhanced clarity, profound spiritual alignment, and an awakened sense of purpose. This journey of understanding is a continuous unfolding, leading to ever deeper layers of self-realization and conscious living.